my name is Santiago Rigaud, and I'll be talking about the top 10 mistakes made by SQL Server DBAs. This article was written by Kevin Klein, a longtime Microsoft SQL Server MVP, founder and former president of PASS, and the author of SQL in a Nutshell. If you want to look more information on this article or on this author's work, you can actually see the information and log into his blogs or Twitter account. There's basically two reasons why these mistakes happen. And the first reason is not being knowledgeable about SQL, and the second reason is not knowing the business side of it. And the first three mistakes that I'll be covering has to do with not knowing SQL or having a strong background on SQL. And most DBAs are under a lot of pressure to control costs, so they frequently think about their storage only in terms of the volume of data it can hold compared to its cost. Sadly, that often leaves us with remarkably slow storage that cannot keep up with the workloads. Troubleshooting methodology. Many inexperienced DBAs do not have a checklist to follow when things go wrong. The good news is that you don't have to create one from scratch. There's tons of them available online from seasoned SQL programmers and so on. Also, blindly accepting the SQL Server default settings. SQL Server defaults are designed to make database as easy to set up as possible, but not to ensure maximum performance or longevity. Inexperienced DBAs tend to leave all of the settings as it is, resulting in long-term performance degradation. Now, the rest of the mistakes I'll be covering are linked towards not knowing the business side of it. So security as an afterthought. Lots of DBAs do not pay attention to security. It's not in their job character. On the other hand, databases are frequently targets of hacks, such as SQL injection attacks. So this is something really important, and as SQL programmers, we should be strongly aware of this situation and the security risk and so on. Following is wrong feature for the job. A common behavior of many IT people is to focus on the next cool new thing. However, DBA shouldn't care about new nearly as much as they should care about stable. Apathy about change management. Databases are not Visual Studio projects, so a lot of DBAs don't put any thought into managing their databases as they were code repositories, when in fact they are absolutely code repositories. So they need to be managed well. Lack of preventative maintenance. SQL servers need a variety of preventative maintenance jobs to run on a regular basis. For example, updating index statistics and defragmenting indexes. DBAs must be set up and configure these jobs to keep their SQL servers running in tip-top condition. So, if this is very important, maintenance is super important in everything, even a vehicle. If you don't give proper maintenance, vehicle will stop running. Well, the same thing happens with DBAs. With databases. Lack of automation. Without automation, DBAs risk having to deal with error-prone processes, omissions, and forgetfulness, the inability to scale the environment to multiple servers, and time constraints imposed by frequently being in firefighting mode. Backups do not mean recovery. Just because you've taken a database backup does not mean you have a recoverable database. The only way to be certain you can recover and use a backup is to actually recover it. Make sure recoverability testing is part of your routine, and backups are super important. It has happened to me in the past, and where I don't keep strong backups, and later on I'm just trying to run through hoops, trying to get it fixed, and it's not fun. Business ignorance is the last one. And DBAs sometimes don't realize that they're more closely aligned to the business than most every other IT staffer. Because of this, DBAs don't realize that it's critical that they know all about the natural cycles of their business, the nature of their data, and need for strong customer services in their profession. Then again, these are only top 10 mistakes, or there's plenty of other mistakes, and they're always linked to not knowing SQL and the business side. So it's very important as future developers that we have a constant balance between both sides. It's important to be very knowledgeable about SQL as well as being knowledgeable into the business side as well, for them to like flow naturally and everything, have everything work smoothly and flow naturally. If you want to get more information on this article, you can do so on the FSO. You can double check the library and uh, basically just put the same title, the top 10 mistakes, and you can read more into it and get access to the actual website within the actual PDF document. Well, thank you very much. Have a nice one.